mark your attendance. Now, let's start the children. Please, once more, I'm reminding you, requesting you that all of you please log in with your name, class, and section. And you have to be in uniform and you have to be in discipline during the class. No eating, no drinking is allowed. Okay? Am I audible to you all? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, very good, students. Now, let's revise food habits of animals. I'm going to share a screen with you all. So let's share the screen. Yes, you can see food habits of animals. Now, we'll move on to the next slide. You all know, children, you all know that we all are living beings and living things need food. Why do they need food? They need food to grow, to move. Children, I can see that some students are scribbling on the screen. Please don't do that. Is it clear? Please behave in a disciplined manner as you sit in the class, sit straight and listen to me what I'm telling you. Is it clear, children? Okay. So we were discussing that all living things need food. Why do we need food? We need food to grow, to move, and to stay healthy. We get energy from the food. Children, somebody is still scribbling on the screen. So if it will spoil the screen. Is it clear? So please don't do it and behave properly. Otherwise, I'll be compelled to take your name in front of everyone. Okay? Please behave in class and sit in a disciplined way. Is it clear? Then only we can continue with our topics. Okay. So we need food to get energy. So this energy is used by living things to do various activities. Is it clear? Now, on the basis of food, we'll change the screen. All the living things, living beings, they eat different types of food. So based on the different types of food habits, we have the animals are categorized into 3 groups. You can see here herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. These are the 3 groups into which all the animals are categorized. Is it clear, children? Okay. Next slide. We will discuss now in detail what are herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Now you can see here, first is herbivores. Who are herbivores? As the name suggests, herb. Herb is coming in herbivores. Herb means plants. Okay, so all the animals who eat plants are called herbivores. You can see many herbivores around you like cow, goat, buffalo, and there are many others also like giraffe, zebra, etc. Is it clear? So such animals which eat only plants are called herbivores. Is it clear? You can see on your screen. Now moving to the next slide. Next is carnivores. So as the name, this is the carnivores. Carnivores is a group of animals, those who eat only flesh. Now you know which animals are those? Yes, you all know them. Lion, tiger, wolves, all these are carnivores. Okay, so they eat only flesh. Such animals are called carnivores. Okay, moving to the next. This is third group is omnivores. Is it clear, children? Omnivores. Now, omnivores are the group of those animals which eat both plants and animals. Is it clear? They can eat plants also and they can eat animals also. So such, what are the examples of this group? Humans, bears, crows. These are the examples which eat both flesh and plants. Is it clear, children? These 3 groups are clear. Herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. These groups are based on their food habits. Next, now how do they feed? Like, you know, when you eat different types of food, like when you eat Chinese, it has a different style of eating. And when you eat other Indian food, you eat it in a different way. So the way of eating food depends on the food you eat. Similarly, about animals, the type of food what they are eating depends the way of eating. So based on that, next, first group is chewing the cud. The first way of eating food is chewing the cud. This is also known as rumination. Now, what is this? You must have seen buffaloes and all sitting and moving their mouth. They keep on chewing something, although you can't see them eating anything. What is that? That is called chewing the cud or rumination. What happens? Some plant-eating animals, they first eat their food and swallow it. Then afterwards, after some time, they bring it back to their mouth and chew it. This is known as chewing the cud or rumination. This is called chewing the cud or rumination. Examples, buffalo. Okay. Now you can see next. Animals like elephant. Elephant has a big, strong trunk. And that trunk is used for different activities like eating food, drinking water, and the third, lifting the logs of woods. Okay, it uses its trunk for all these work. You have seen elephant, it fills the water in its trunk and sprays it on itself. This way it bathes. Okay. Okay. Now the next is tearing flesh. Next. Tearing the flesh. Now I told you there are carnivores. Carnivores, who are carnivores? Yes, you remember it. Those who eat flesh. Now those who eat animals, those who eat flesh. As you can see on your screen, these animals have two long pointed teeth in the upper jaw also and two long pointed teeth in the lower jaw also. In both the jaws, they have one pair or two teeth which are long and pointed. These teeth are called canines. Okay, and these canines are used for tearing flesh. For tearing flesh. So this is how they tear the flesh with the help of their canines and eat food. Example, you all know, lion, tiger. Okay. Okay. Next. Next is gnawing the food. You must have seen squirrels. Squirrels is a common sight. Rabbits, most of you may have not seen, but squirrels we all have seen. So you have seen they hold some nuts or something in their paws and keep on biting it. Is it clear? That is called gnawing the food. How do they do it? Yes, animals like squirrels and rabbits, they have front teeth. Their front teeth are sharp and long. Okay, in both the jaws. So the front teeth of both the jaws are long and sharp, and they use those front teeth to bite the food, and they keep on biting and chewing the fruits and nuts, and this is known as gnawing the food. Is it clear to you all, children? So till here we have studied chewing, the three ways of eating food: chewing the cud, tearing flesh, and gnawing food. Now the next way of eating food is swallowing the whole food. Next. Swallowing the whole food. You must have heard that snakes, they swallow their food whole without chewing. Can you do this? No, we cannot do this. We have to chew the food and swallow. But some animals like snakes, crocodiles, frogs, what do? They swallow the food whole without chewing. Is it clear? So this is called swallowing the whole food, and examples of the animals who do eat their food like this are frogs, snakes, crocodiles, etc. Okay, next. Now many of you have dogs as pets. Cats also many people keep as pets, and you must have seen dogs, and dogs is a common sight in our around our home. So if you give them something to drink, how do they drink it? They lap them up with their tongue. They lap up the milk or water, whatever is given to them, with the help of their tongue. So examples of this group are cats and dogs. Is it clear? You can see the cat is lapping up the milk. Okay. So the next one is lapping up milk. Now we will go to the next, sucking food. You all love to watch butterflies. Yes or no? Butterflies are so beautiful and colorful. So how do they take their food in? So children, they have a long coiled tube. You can see in the second picture, you can see a long coiled tube. Yes, that is the tube with the help of which they suck the food. And what is their food? Yes, the nectar from flowers. So butterflies suck the nectar from the flowers with the help of this long coiled tube. There are other animals like leech. They also suck their food with their mouth. And what is their food? They suck the blood of other animals. They feed on blood of other animals. So they suck blood of other animals with the help of their mouth. Is it clear, children? So here we have discussed 6 ways of eating food, how animals take in their food. First is chewing the cud. You know, plant eating animals, they first take in their food and then after some time they bring it to their mouth and chew it. This is called chewing the cud or rumination. Then next is tearing flesh. The animals who are carnivores, they have long pointed canines, and with the help of which they tear flesh and eat food. Next is gnawing food. Animals like rabbits and squirrels, they have front teeth, big, large, sharp front teeth, with the help of which they keep on biting the fruits and nuts and eat the food. Next is swallowing the whole food, like snakes, frogs, crocodiles, they swallow their whole food without chewing. Next is lapping up milk and water. So animals like cats and dogs, they lap up milk or water given to them. Then last is sucking food. Butterflies and leech, they suck their food. Butterflies suck nectar from flowers with the help of their long coiled tube, and leech, they suck blood from other animals with the help of their mouth. Now children, we have studied about the food habits of animals. Now next. Now, there are different types of animals. Next slide. So, some animals we keep as domestic animals and some animals are pet animals. Which are domestic animals? Some animals we keep them in our farms, homes, and they do work for us, like horses, donkeys, and all these are domestic animals because they do work for us. And some animals we keep for our entertainment, like parrots, dogs, all these animals. Okay, they are pet animals. They entertain us. We feel happy after playing with them, while playing with them. Okay, these are pet animals. So domestic animals and pet animals, we are kept at home or farms. Now children, you should take care of these animals because they depend on us. They should be properly fed. They should be given proper food and water from time to time at regular times. They should also, their hygiene should also be taken care of. They should be given proper baths regularly as it is required, and their shelters, you all know we have to give a shelter to them, like dog lives in a kennel, horse lives in a stable. Okay, so their shelters should also be cleaned regularly. We also clean our homes also we clean daily, so their home also should be cleaned. Is it clear, children? And if suppose after taking every care they fall sick, everybody can fall sick. So if the animals also fall sick, they should also be taken to doctors. Which doctors? To the doctor which you go? No, my children. So these animals are taken to special doctors which treat animals. Such doctors are called veterinary doctors. Is it clear, children? So these sick animals should be taken to veterinary doctors and treated. Okay, it is a duty, children, to take care of animals. We should love them and treat them with kindness. Is it clear, children? Okay. Now, let us read this. We keep some animals to do work for us. Such animals are called domestic animals. Some animals are kept for entertainment. They are known as pet animals. We should take proper care of these animals. They should be properly fed and their hygiene should also be taken care of. Their shelter should be cleaned regularly. If they fall sick, they should be taken to special doctors who treat animals called veterinary doctors. All animals should be treated with love and kindness. So my dear students, here we have completed this topic, food habits of animals. Children, the video of the same will be uploaded and you can watch it again if you have any doubts. And you are most welcome to ask your doubts also. Okay, now children, as you know, the worksheets will be uploaded. No, sorry, science will be uploaded next week. Okay. Okay, no problem. But children, you have to take care that you log in with your name, class and ID. Okay. Now, on the basis of these things, you can search different animals, whether they are carnivores or herbivores or omnivores. Is it clear, children? You can just note it down if you want. Okay, children, I am giving you a little exercise to do. Now we will stop the sharing of the screen and you can note down the animals from here. And what you have to do is you have to identify whether that animal is herbivore, omnivore or carnivore. Okay. Okay, the question is identify the following animals on the basis of their food habits. Now I'm writing the names of the animals. You can do that. Copy them. Yes, children. These 8 names of 8 animals I have written: elephant, wolf, snake, zebra, goat, crow, tiger, and deer. You have to write opposite to them, whether on the basis of their food habits. Food habits, we studied 3 categories: herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. So you have to identify what are these: elephant, wolf, snake, zebra, goat, crow, tiger, deer. They are herbivore or carnivore or omnivore. So you can do this in your rough copy. This is a little exercise which you can do in your rough copy. Please note them down. So my dear students, I hope you have noted down the names of these 8 animals. So this you can do in your rough copy. Okay, no need to make a new copy. In a rough copy, you write these names opposite to them. On the basis of their food habits, you write one name into which category they fall, whether they are herbivores, carnivores, or omnivores. So this is a little exercise you will enjoy doing. Okay, I hope. Okay, Aman, Chirayu, and one more student have already done it. Very good. Okay, you are good students. So, very good. We will discuss them. Now, if you have done, let us discuss also then. So, elephant. What is elephant? Elephant eats only plants. So, it is a herbivore. Then wolf. It eats flesh. So, it is a carnivore. Snake. It also swallows the animal. So it is also a carnivore. And zebra is a plant eating animal. So it is a herbivore. Now I have discussed these 4. These 4 is a test for yourself. You identify them, write the name, and you can check it for yourself on Google. Okay. So thank you, children. I hope you have enjoyed today's class. So thank you, children.